This person found that by the end of the month, each XRP will be worth about $1 million. You need at least 10 XRP. As long as you hold on to 10 XRP, it will be worth more than $10 million, making you a multi-millionaire. The facts were given, even though it sounds crazy. In the end, it all comes down to something David Schwartz, the founder of XRP, said. He said a price of $1 million for each XRP would be more likely to happen than $1,000. For the last time, $1.25 quadrillion will be added to the XRP mark all at once in a few weeks. This is very important because 1.25 quadrillion would make XRP very valuable. So, to see if our check says that by the end of 2025, the XRP system will be able to handle more than $50 trillion. That's barely a week away. More than $654 trillion will have been added to the XRP system by the end of next year. After all of this, the XRP record will have helped move about wall, which is also written as quadrillion. Even stranger is the fact that more than one co-founder of XRP, such as Joel Macaz and David Schwartz, said the price of XRP would hit 10,000. In fact, the second founder of XRP, Arthur Ritchell, said in public that XRP was made for 10,000 people and should be able to grow to serve 7.5 billion people. These are the exact things we see now. It looks like a big rise will happen in the next few days as XRP starts to level off. It's already pretty strange, but it gets even stranger as we learn more. Take a look at this as an example. Brad Garlinghouse makes it very clear that the users are banks, other banks, and payment service companies. All of those groups give millions, billions, or even trillions of dollars to help. All of them want to use XRP to make those deals happen. Not only am I need to get a short clip, but I also need to make a clear point about something that might have happened live on Fox News. About the Bank of America. When asked a very simple question on Fox News, the CEO of Bank of America lied. What do you think about XRP? Everyone was shocked when he answered that the Bank of America would be shifting all internal transactions, including payment internal transactions, from the SWIFT network to the XRP digital record. What does this mean? Let's talk about deals at Bank of America that are worth trillions of dollars on the XRP right now. Because of all of this, there will be supply shock. Just pay close attention. The whole world does business with our company. About 95% of our customers are not from the US. About 40% of our business comes from this part of the world in terms of payments. Payment service providers, banks, and other banks are our users. To go over this one more time, these deals are made possible by the XRP ledger and the XRP coin. Some people do mix them up, but Ripple, the company, and our users don't. Plus, to make things even crazier and to stress that $1 million might be a bit much for XRP, $10,000 is a very good amount. That's why you should still have at least 10 XRP, since 10 XRP times $10,000 is $100,000. And you only put $100 into the deal. But look at this. Theodora was just signed by President Trump of the United States. This bill will bring trillions of dollars into the US market and put them into American cryptos. The best American coin on that list is XRP though. $1 billion is meant to go through Real Token and into the XRP system. They have worked hard to keep Real Token from getting out. And no, you haven't heard of it. But the world real estate market will add more than $654 trillion to the XRP ledger. Why does that take place? Take a look. A very big business called RealFi just added real estate to the XRP system. Their plan was to build their platform on top of the XRP system and then release their own token. That would work with it. The XRP ledger already has this coin. It was also made possible by RealFi a few days ago to buy real estate on the XRP platform, without cash or even the SWIFT network. This could be done with their own coin, the real currency, and the XRP ledger. You can buy real land and other things in the real world with XRP, which makes this even stranger. How do you mean? So, every deal goes from XRP to a real coin. In other words, if you want to buy a house, you can use your XRP to do it right on the XRP platform. You would have to burn some XRP again, which would cause the value of XRP to drop. But the deal would still go through. More than 10,000 homes became available because of that process. It's worth over $1 billion. Let us say that $1 billion was open all at once. They want to get into a $650 trillion business. That $650 trillion was made possible by RealFi, to be exact. They are putting that money on the XRP system right now to build that acceptance floor. This is crazy, but it's real. Once more, they want to avoid this. The XRP ledger is doing great. As you know, the XRP record will be better than Swift and all banks put together. In fact, RealFee just said 24 hours ago that the RealFee payment system and the Really asset markets have been out for a month now. Both are based on the XRP ledger and use the real currency, which is also based on the XRP ledger. In just a few days, Phase 1 of the real world will end and Phase 2 will begin. What is that? Adoption and integration around the world of the technology that means real estate is about to bring in billions or even trillions of dollars for the accepting ledger. Also, they say that something big is coming. This is really, really big, guys. They're not telling you this because they don't want you to know that. The money will move to the acceptor ledger and be used for projects like the RealFee and RealCoin. But now some people can see it. In fact, RealCoin prices are going through the roof. Take a look. In 23 hours, it went up 30%. I did tell you guys about this, but this is only the beginning. It's way too early to be interested in real tokens right now. You're getting there early. If you haven't already, now is the time to buy a real ticket. Price will never drop below this one. It went from 1/100th of a penny to 3 cents. This is how you should think about yesterday. It went from 3 cents to 4 cents. We're almost ready to break out, but it hasn't happened yet. Once more, billions and billions of dollars will start pouring into the XRP ledger and real coins. A lot of people are in favor and not many are against it. All of this is happening again even though the price has gone up by a huge amount. And all of that is going on even though the real token isn't on anyone's set market. Think about that there would be more than one deal. Think about when it will be open to everyone. Tokens are being looked at right now to see how to get real ones. So get there early. But once more, it's not that simple because it's not on a single market. Just picture what will happen when it's traded on big markets. Why is it so bullish? That's why it's the real project based on value. You must know these guys very well, right? They have made a lot of money and have opened more than $1 billion. $1.0, which means there are real deals. Once they got it open, we could see the number and the price break out. It's so clear that this is real. We can see it happening. Real estate is being bought and sold. Deals are being made. This is really strong. I have a nice, tasty bag. Just think about it this way. Right now it costs 4 cents. But a lot of experts and researchers think that's how it is. Over $1 billion worth of real estate has moved on the B register since President Trump signed a bill that raised prices by 600%. That's not just us. It's still very early, so it's not that crazy. The best schools are already behind fake coins. That being said, let's say that multi-million and billion-dollar companies back the real unit they use. For RealFee, there is a KYC team, the top 3 members, and low-risk Bannex scores of 100. Their coin is the real one that is on the XRP ledger. They got a 100, which means it's real and safe. Guys, this is getting a lot bigger every day. More than 3,000 wallets. It's getting bigger. That is, and we all know that this is a big one-person job. It's likely that Ripple is even working with RealFee. It looks like that could be the case. In fact, RealFee has tweeted twice about the $600 million real estate market. Ripple did the same thing they did. They must be connected in some way.